Hey, Mr. Josh here. Welcome to 8th grade health class online. Go ahead and pull out your health books and open up to page 178. We're going to be using health from a Christian perspective. Before we jump into the lesson, make sure you pull out your notebook and something to write with because you'll be taking notes. Pause the video if you need to write down any term or definition you may come across. Section 6.1 is entitled Immunology. What is immunology, you may ask? Well, I have the answer. Our definition states the study of the immune system, its structures, functions, disorders, and diseases is called immunology. I meant diseases, not diseases. Here's the definition on the screen. How many objects do you touch throughout the course of a day? Right? Really think about this. Whenever you pour a bowl of cereal, what are you touching in that process, right? You're grabbing the bowl, you're grabbing a spoon, you're grabbing the gallon of milk, you're grabbing the box of cereal. On each item, there's tiny microscopic organisms. Those organisms are called germs. Every single day, you touch millions upon millions upon millions of germs.
On anything you're ever to touch.
Anything you're ever to touch. Anything you're ever to touch.
Some of these germs are actually bad for you. We refer to those things as pathogens. A pathogen is a disease-causing organism.
Kevin, you're such a disease.
Says patho means disease, and gen refers to something that produces. So there's millions upon millions of pathogens. They're all over the place. They're kind of hard to avoid. You may touch the surface of something and then all of a sudden they're on your hand and you can wash your hands to get rid of them. But what about all the ones you miss? Just by breathing in air, you're actually inhaling many pathogens. So what are you going to do about those? You can't wash the insides of your nostrils. So pathogens constantly find ways to enter into your body. They can go into places like your eyes, your nose, your mouth. If you were to get a cut on your hand, they could enter that way. What happens when these things do actually make their way into your body? Well, that's when your immune system comes into play. Even though pathogens may seem harmful, which they are, your immune system actually prevents most of them from doing any significant damage to you. So one of the most important components of the immune system are leukocytes, also known as white blood cells. They act as soldiers in the immune system to the invading pathogens. Not like that. These leukocytes do not float passively throughout the body. They travel from place to place at will. That means if an infection is detected, these leukocytes are actually able to enter into your bloodstream, crawl through the blood vessels, and navigate their way to the infected area. Two types of leukocytes are phagocytes and lymphocytes. Phagocytes are able to destroy pathogens, very similar to how Bob here is able to destroy this garbage. Only it's done on a microscopic level. And then there's lymphocytes. There's many different types of lymphocytes, but for this section we're going to be focusing on B cells.
Hi, my name's B cell.
So not to be confused with a T cell, a B cell is a type of leukocyte that specializes in producing protein molecules called antibodies. Antibodies are able to destroy certain types of pathogens. but not all of them. Oftentimes, an antibody will actually just inactivate the invading pathogen until another defense mechanism arrives to destroy the pathogen. There'll be a video in the description below with more information about antibodies. And as you know, things like leukocytes and antibodies are only a small part of the immune system. The immune system is comprised of many more parts, such as the skin and the lungs, the lymphatic system. So go back and read up on section 6.1 to freshen up on some of the other components of the immune system.